Hi everyone, I'm Mama Africa or Miriam, and I'm a journalist in Addis Ababa, the capital of Africa.
Diversified game. Learn how to start, run, and sustain your business.
Hey, it's Kellen, everybody, and today's guest is Mama Africa, but this episode is very special because you also see 𝐬𝐻𝐫𝐞, who the last time you saw her and I together was in South Africa. We are in Ethiopia right now, and behind me, and if she wants to jump on camera, is 𝐽𝐻𝐽𝐬𝐫𝐞, and everyone's going to be asking questions, so you might hear things in Xhosa, Zulu, Sepedi, English, Patois, and of course, what other language, ladies?
I'm Harry.
Yes. and Wangel might show out in Swahili, so mambo and uhaligani to everybody out there. So, Mama Africa, thank you for doing this and taking your time. Tell us, who are you?
Who am I? So, I was born and raised here in Ethiopia, and my father is from Jamaica, the Caribbean, and my mom is from here, born and raised, and I always wanted to be into entertainment, and so I feel like I'm blessed. I'm on the right path of my life, which I still work as a journalist, entertainment and stuff, and I guess.
But what triggered that entertainment thing in you? Who did you have somebody in your family who was like in the entertainment industry growing up, or there were just people that were like, oh my god, when I grow up I want to be like that one?
That's a good question, because my mom used to play loads of Bob Marley in the house in Whitney, Houston. So I just loved that. And then at some point when I was watching movies, I used to see 𝐽-Lo, and she dances, she sings, she acts. So I love to dance, I love to sing, and I love to act as well. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be like that. And it was always inside, It's just in me. I've never thought of being a doctor, a lawyer, or anything like that. It's just that.
I'm curious, where did Mama Africa come from? I'm assuming that's not your government name, or is that your government
Not
name?
my government name.
Okay, how did it come about?
So when I was born, when my mom gave birth to me, my father, I told you he's from Jamaica, and he's a Bobo Shanti, Rastafarian, and I'm his only seed. So he came to Africa, and then he gave birth to me, and maybe when they saw me, they're like, oh, this is Africa, so they just call me Mama Africa. So
That's beautiful.
So your parents came up with the name, not you?
My pops,
Your
not me.
father.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
So
nice.
my friends and family members call me Mama in short.
Okay.
But then when I started the reggae show on TV, I called it Mama Africa's reggae show. So,
Everybody will die for that name. They will hunt for that name.
Right?
Yes, that's an incredible name. And the fact that it's not a stage name, that when you decided to be in the entertainment industry, you decided to pick it for yourself, then it goes a long way. It's something that your parents gave that to you.
It's already given.
With some of us, like literally the names, we happen to adopt the names while we're in there to say, oh, I need a stage name. So
True.
That's incredible.
But and also when I'm selecting music now every Thursdays, and I don't feel like I need to pick another name. I'm trying to find a DJ name. I'm like, nah, I'm selector as Mama Africa. I know it's long, but deal with it.
That also is amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. So you said your father is Jamaican.
Yeah.
How is it like to be in a household or to come from two different nations, the same people, of course, but Jamaican and Ethiopian?
I feel like it's a very beautiful combination, to be honest, because I mean, you know how Jamaicans, especially the Rastafarians, love Ethiopia, and the history goes way back from His Majesty and stuff. So I feel blessed because I feel like I'm both 𝐬𝐻𝐽𝐻, I hold both culture, and I love them both. And sometimes you can feel it because I have the Ethiopian in me, which is very, you can tell. And then the Jamaican characters also, maybe the dance or whatever, the way I talk, maybe being louder, It's just, it's a beautiful, it's not so hard to,
So you don't think you're one more than the other? Or you don't feel...
No, I really feel the balance in me. Because I'm really Ethiopian and I could be really Jamaican too. I feel like I'm both.
I wonder what do you mean when you say you can be really Jamaican?
Because
like your set
even
was like literally more Jamaican.
yeah, more.
And then I
dancehall,
did not
yeah.
know, like only when you came to introduce yourself, I'm like, oh, you are also Ethiopian. Like, how did that happen? But how did you adjust to the Jamaican music? I know it's your father's kind of thing, but when did you adjust to it?
Well, like, okay, so when people see me on the road, even today I had that, like, they don't think I'm fully Ethiopian.
Mm-hmm.
So people start talking to me in English even, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm like, I'm you know, because I was born, raised here.
Yeah.
But the music thing, I love reggae music so much and dancehall because of the dance. And how I got introduced is because I used to listen to Bob Marley when I was a little baby.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so it's just, and I love the movement, the Rastafari movement. I love it, and I feel like anytime I hear those music, it uplifts my spirit more than any other music. I love reggae music.
Wow.
So that's why I like to play reggae. It's good for the soul. You know, it's about peace, love. Even when they sing about women, they don't call them names. They say queens, empress, you know.
Yeah.
So that's very positive, and I love that. And it's about nature, and yeah, you know, yeah. Music.
Do you follow the religion?
Rastafari? I don't know if I could call it religion. It's a way of life. I
I
would love to follow.
saying that. Yeah,
The way of life. Some of it. I mean, and I would love to follow the liberty of Rasta more because it's healthy. It's a healthy way of living. It's loving nature, loving one and all. You know, I and I. Even some words that we use. It could be a good morning, for example, in English. Rastafarians say grand rising. Even these things, these simple things, you know, even how words are powerful. I like the Rastafarian words. Some of the words that they use, you know.
Yeah.
It's even beautiful. You say grand rising. You don't say good morning. Why you man for? You know, for cry. Understand?
We overstand. Talk about
overstand. I love that.
Talk about the difference,
even
if
that.
there's any, between, you know, here I love in Ethiopia, you can say, give me the fasting menu, but you might eat ital. Like, is there a difference? Is there anything that's ital that, you know, you can't do fasting, or is it all just one thing? Like, the healthiness, you know, of this place is, for an American, is just
healthy
beautiful.
meal, you mean?
Like, you know, like eating ital, you know, and eating off the fasting menu. Because for me, I don't eat cheese. You know, I don't eat dairy. I just never have. It makes me sick as a child, so I don't do it. But I can say, hey, I'm fasting. Or when I'm in Jamaica, I can say, ital, you know, give me everything.
Ital is, I've never been to Jamaica, just to make this clear.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I don't really get what you're saying though. Like
It's the same thing, because many Rastas, you know, the things that they don't eat are the same thing that are on the fasting menu. You know,
like what though? For
Animal
example,
products?
They eat animal products. So you're saying
the ones I know are vegetarian mainly. You know,
so they eat lentils, vegetables, cabbage, whatever.
Which is the same thing that's on the Ethiopian fasting menu. Yeah,
it makes it good for them that they're here now. They get to eat, you know, all this ital food. Like if you try the 𝐵𝐻𝐻𝐻, you got different types of food. You know, plants.
You haven't been to Jamaica yet.
No man.
Okay, we got Neo here and 𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐿. Anything is
It's on my
possible.
bucket list. I really want to go to Jamaica.
Oh,
Henry.
I got family
ready
there,
for
you
us.
know. My father was born in Spanish Town. An
yeah.
electronic song. I grew up in a
Look at
Spanish Town. Ooh, yeah, I like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Have you been?
So is your father still alive?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand. The reason why I'm asking is because you have mentioned before when you were starting the interview that you are the only seed of your father.
Yeah, I'm his only seed.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So,
And,
so you are not. What's the word for it when you don't have a relationship with?
say
your
it in
father's side?
Spedi. If you don't have the word, say it in Zulu. I want this to be the first interview that we have like 4 or 5 languages going.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in my language is. So how na relationship with family like Papa how? Meaning, don't you have a relationship with your father's family from Jamaica?
So when I was born, he was here, right? Because he
Yeah.
came as a repatriation. As Marcus Garvey's yeah, whatever.
Oh,
But
he settled in Shashamane?
no, he in Addis,
Okay.
and then he was just on the way. He just got here, so and he went to Kenya with some situation, which I don't think I can mention right
It's
now.
okay.
But then he went to Kenya, and then yeah, that's where he passed on.
So they met in Ethiopia. Like
My
in
mom and
Addis.
dad, yeah, they met. I heard they met around Kasanchis before.
Around here then, right?
Kasanchis,
Close.
Kasanchis is a bit further down.
Yeah, but it's very close.
Yeah.
I feel like,
That's
yeah,
beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Have you ever been interested to ask your mom, how was it like? How did you end up like falling for a Jamaican man, or just like because you know he just you know what I mean?
To
Like
tell you
yeah.
the truth, I would have loved if I had the opportunity to ask her, but I was only 7 when she passed away, so
Oh my
I
God.
didn't
I'm so
really get
sorry.
the chance.
I'm so sorry.
sorry.
I'm
Yeah,
so sorry.
it's
to hear
life.
that.
Yeah.
It is,
Yeah.
that's true.
But
that's
you're
true.
here. You're their legacy.
I'm
and
here,
You're
yeah.
doing it, Mama Africa.
Yeah,
even in your
true.
name, so.
Hello? Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's talk about like losing your parents at a young age.
Mhm.
Definitely, I'm not sure of when did your father pass away, but
When I was maybe a little girl, I have no memories in my head.
oh,
I just got his pictures
Mm.
and things that I was told about him, because I like to ask about what kind of person was he, you know, because I'm really curious. And I feel him, like, you know, I don't know. You just feel some,
That's true.
yeah.
Oh man.
So-
So how has the journey been without, growing up in Ethiopia without your parents?
Well, I can say, like, God, you know, in the Bible,
Yeah.
says he will not leave you, like, parentless.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I've experienced that in my life. And God has kept his promise, because I've been fed, clothed, and sheltered. And God gave me, like, I'm guided
Yeah.
by Holy Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
And I do have, God will always provide, and I've seen that in my life. I have a grandma, and God always sends some people in my life, you know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they'll just come at some point in your life, get you what you need, whatever, and then you don't see them again, or,
Yeah.
you know? So, yeah,
It's a
I feel
divine
like-
guidance.
yeah, that's what I can say, like, miracle, yeah. Yeah, for real though.
So how did you get from that point now to where you are right now?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like consistency and just focusing on what you want and what you believe in. I mean, there were times where you feel like, you know, you're done, you're tired, and you feel like you're not loved or you're not worthy, or, you know, but then I just had to keep going,
Yeah.
because I had a dream, and I still have a dream.
Yeah.
I didn't get to the point where I feel like, okay, I'm there now, because I really got a long way to go. And so far, I guess I'm doing good, because just consistency, focus, and did well in education, and yeah,
What did you study?
journalism and communication.
Wow.
Mhm.
Beautiful. And you're literally in that field
Exactly,
now.
and I don't regret it. I wouldn't change it for anything.
What do you love about journalism?
I love the fact that I can meet people
Yeah.
from different places, different part of lifestyle, and also like you can go to places and people be like, you get some respect also, you know.
Yeah.
You're a journalist and people take you seriously when you tell them you're a journalist. And
Yeah.
I like that. And I like the fact that I can also, in some cases, you can be a journalist is a very good job. Like you could be the voice for the voiceless,
Yeah.
and that's very beautiful.
Mm.
And I feel like you can reach many people, like, you know.
For the mediums.
Yeah, and you could get there even.
Yeah.
And then I have lots of love to share, I feel.
Mm.
And I feel like that's a good way to connect.
Yeah.
And yeah, put some positive energy, some good reggae music, Afrobeat, dancehall, whatever, you know.
Amen.
So,
We
yeah.
dance our ass off. And on your side, amen. We loved it. We loved it.
Yeah.
Talk about getting your first job. A lot of people are doing journalism and they want to do what you're doing, and they think because they see you on TV, you're automatically rich.
Yeah.
Because you're on TV, family will come. But even getting your first job, and how do you sustain yourself? Can you have one job in 2025 and beyond, or do you have to have many hustles? Because we met you and she was DJing, y'all.
Yeah,
She was dancing. She was keeping the party going.
Yeah. I feel like, if you have time, I think you should use it wisely. You should definitely have fun, because you only have one life to live.
True.
and just be the best of the best version of yourself, you know. And my first job, I graduated, and then I worked at the Fortune newspaper as a reporter. Yeah, and
late reporting.
Yeah. So I want to thank my classmates in university for looking out for me, because sometimes I was like, you know, not really applying there and there. So they're like, hey, Miriam, did you apply? You know, I'm like, no. They're like, okay, come. And then I went and I applied. Then I got a call, like, you have to, you know, they test you or something. I'm like, okay. And then again, another call. I'm like, oh, cool. I'm like, okay, am I getting a job? They're like, you're hired. I'm like, oh, cool, now. I'm like, you know, so I had to get in that working environment. It was not easy, but then I got used to it. You know, and print media is not really my thing, I'll be honest. I like to write, but poems and just diaries, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not into print medias. So that's the job I did, and then I worked as a marketing manager at a hot air balloon company, and I was giving gift vouchers. I don't mind. I go to cars and be like, would you want to do a hot air balloon? And then I ain't shy because I'm working. I ain't stealing, you know? So I put on my headset and then I walk. So I was promoting a hot air balloon company in Addis. And and then I did the reggae show. They accepted me. I just went and be like, I wasn't even serious about having a TV show, you know? So I just went, and then the people were like, yeah, cool. I'm like, I'm like, okay. I'm like, oh. Am I gonna have a TV show? Because there's a friend, his name is Abe. He works at Fana TV. Yeah, man. He hooked me up. He's like, Mary, you should be on TV. TV, no one else. Mary, you're so funny, but I'm gonna do some with you. Yeah, he'd be saying that to me, and he gave me a number, so I went, and they're like, okay, pitch a proposal. Then I did, and then I was on TV. And the coolest thing about it was Damien Marley was my first guest.
What?
Because what a way to start a reggae show with the person I love, Bob Marley, you know? I used to cry when my brother I have one brother, Kevin. He used to be like, oh, Bob Marley's dead. I'm like, no. I used to cry. We used to fight, really. So for me to start my reggae show with Bob Marley's last son, 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐿𝐵, was like,
And you asked him real questions. She asked him, you know, when are you coming to, you know, stay? And because you think with the Marleys, like, they have a palace here and also in Jamaica or anywhere they go. But he was saying he still wanted to kind of get to know the area, and he gave a real answer. Was there anything off camera that we missed?
Well, the insiders, huh? You guys, not really, but then I like him. He's a humble man, you know. I love the energy, very humble, you know. And I feel like they, you know, when you're artists, I try to put I try to understand them why they're not coming here, like, to live. Maybe they travel a lot, do music here and there, and I don't know. But for sure they might come someday to set up something here.
But we have hope. Huh? What did he say? Because I didn't watch the interview. What did
you gotta go watch it?
Yes.
Come on, man.
Go to the channel. Go to the most popular, and you'll see it. And he was in a fly outfit. So for all the listeners, because I have more listeners than viewers, because usually I don't have all of this magic chocolate on, right? And like I say, if Wangel jumps in this other channel, let her do. Or this other chair, excuse me. I'm dyslexic. I'm dyslexic, so you know. But you know, I enjoyed the interview because you weren't those softball questions. We don't like those softball. You're asking, you know, someone who talks about Africa all the time. When are you gonna come? When are you gonna lay something down? You know, bring the legacy. So it was very good. What's the most difficult part of doing entertainment here in Ethiopia for you?
I can list out different things, many things actually. But for me, so when you want to do entertainment, you need sponsorship, right? So getting sponsorship could be very difficult, and maybe create something. Sometimes we're like really in the box. So when you try to get out the box, maybe, you know, some people might not like it. So you try to
Let me rephrase that. As a woman,
Yeah.
as a woman in Ethiopia,
Yeah.
is there any challenges compared to some of your male counterparts?
Would be, for sure. I mean, you always have to fight harder than the male all the time when you're a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you need to be stronger.
Mm.
Like, you know, stronger as in spirit.
Yeah.
Because you need to have this strong spirit to keep going.
Mm.
Otherwise, you can get broken, you know? And I feel like, well, yeah, every woman, I feel like, has to be strong.
A little bit harder.
Yeah,
Mm.
because nature by itself, you know, we can talk a lot about being a woman and like if we compare those.
Mm.
But yeah, me, I'm a fighter though.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Well, some might say sometimes I hear men say, "Oh, it's easier because women have the beauty, so they'll put them in front of the
But
camera."
when you say beauty, right? So my beauty is for like God. Everyone's beautiful, right?
Mm.
So for someone to just say, okay, you're pretty, this, and what is it about? You know, what does that got to do with my talent or my passion or what I can do?
Mm.
Like, why are you looking at my body or why are you looking at my figures or why does it have to be like, oh, let's get a drink?
Mm.
Why does it have to be like, let me get your number, let's do this, you know what I mean?
No, talk about it. I don't know what you mean. The audience doesn't know. They don't know. They don't know if the casting couch exists in Ethiopia or.
No, I can't really because I've never been to. I didn't really have difficulties like getting into TV station or radio because I don't know.
Because your mama Africa.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
But I know some sisters be complaining. And I've had like a situation where I wanted to be in a movie, and some people would ask you about something else, you know, like a date or whatever.
Yeah.
Not a date actually, but But then if you refuse, then you don't get what you want. So I don't like that kind of stuff.
You want to call the company out and let it be known
it's not even a
who the
company. It has to be
who
like
the casting director was? Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It could be just a person, you know, like maybe just
Like
some
who?
people.
What person? We're trying to go viral. We're trying to go
In your-
viral.
It's not even like
in your situation,
Mm.
the person who wanted to say, okay, let's go through sex before, did they put it that way to say, if you really want this job, you have to go through?
No, the person was like, yeah, I'm gonna cast you, and yeah, you definitely, should be in a movie, blah blah. And then we had a meeting at the studio, and then this person was just like trying to, you know, and then you'd be like, yo, what's up? Like I'm here for, you know, something different. And then he ended up talking. He never talked to me ever again.
So did the push or were you pushing him away? Did he get you the job or not?
No.
Oh, Christ.
No. But like now I'm taking acting class,
Mm.
and
Also,
because it's my passion,
Yeah,
you want to be an
and I'm gonna do
actress.
it. With
You're
God.
interested in acting. Then,
Yeah, I
like,
love acting.
you want it
It's fun.
professionally.
Yeah, I want to do it professionally. I want to learn,
Mm.
and there's also colorism. Sometimes most movies you see is light skin or like my figures are not more on TV. But nowadays it's getting better. I see at the hairdressers you see dark skinned women. I love to see that, because there are many females that look like me.
Yeah.
And some people don't even know when they hear Ethiopia, they don't know we have like tribes like
Exactly, in the
Gambela,
South
like
also.
South. Yeah,
They
you would think
Valley.
they're South Sudanese.
So
if
why
you
are
look
they
at
not
them.
recognized?
They're
Why
not.
are they like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
they're
Like
not.
if we talk,
You're
this
right.
is very emotional for me
Yeah.
because I'm not. People don't consider me Ethiopian, for example.
Mm.
Yes, I do have like Jamaican in me,
Yeah.
but still there are other girls that look like me. There was this time I went to a restaurant and it's Simboli. This girl was like, so anytime I see you on TV, I'm happy because I feel like,
You
I'm like,
represent
this means that meant a lot to me because I want other dark skinned girls, beautiful black girls to see me on TV and be like, oh, I can be on TV too.
Yeah.
I don't need to be light skinned. I don't need to have this long hair. No, you just be bold. You're beautiful. We're beautiful. They just never told us. Though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh
But I
man.
love that you said someone else looked at you on TV and
And that
said,
little things like this keeps you going. Also,
Yeah.
you want to do it more because I also have a daughter now, and she needs to be inspired. Other black girls needs to be inspired. Dark skin. We're all black. The funny thing is, it's just different shades of black, right?
True.
But then when you're darker, then maybe I don't know. It's just another.
Yeah. But do you get to be scared for your daughter?
Huh?
Do you get to be scared for your daughter?
Scared?
Yeah. Is she like? Does she have?
She has your skin tone lighter than mine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a bit light.
Yeah.
So you're not worried she will face the same difficulties you face?
To be honest, okay, I'm gonna pour my heart out. Yeah, I do feel that way, and I don't want her. Like, I wish that's not the. Yeah.
Don't say it, girl. No, it's okay. You want to pose? It's okay.
No. It's okay. It's just my baby is my most sensitive.
I know.
Yeah. I want the world to be very good for her.
Yeah, we cry when we feel like. Okay? I brought tissues. Maybe I'll also cry.
No, for my daughter, like, I feel like in every situation, I want her to be happy and confident in her skin and her character and everything, you know? So I don't want people's thoughts or whatever they think is beautiful to impact her in a negative way.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wish that doesn't happen even when I'm not around. Uno better watch it.
Yeah.
I'll hunt you in spirit. Don't mess with my daughter.
Are there precautions you're taking so that the world doesn't fill her up with? What are you doing to make sure she's prepared and she knows she's beautiful? She knows she's all that.
She's just 3 now. I tell her she's beautiful.
3. Oh, she's a baby. But you can never.
I tell her
it's
she's
never
very
too
beautiful,
early.
and I tell her you have a very beautiful hair.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you, And then I have a black Barbie, and I bought her like a doll that looks like her.
Yeah.
And when she gets my phone, I try to let her play with watch Gracie's Corner.
Yeah, I love that
show. Yeah. Yeah, I like that one too. I like it. I dance to that. So yeah, I like Gracie's Corner.
Yeah. And nowadays it's so beautiful. Even cartoons for kids.
Yeah.
They look like us.
They never had the black Barbies.
They never had back in the day.
Princess, you can see the mermaids. It's always, How about us? Aren't we princesses? And I feel like we have royal history since way back. We got real queens, which are black, like Queen of Sheba. We got 𝐼 we got the 𝐾𝐨𝐧'𝐭, and we got queens and princesses, So why don't we have movies like that? Thank God now, at least for the coming generation, you guys are lucky, and I'm happy for them, and I wish more to be done for them, so they could feel proud to wear their hair, and yeah, because being called out names sometimes is not fun, but why? I mean, I don't feel ugly. But then sometimes if it's too much, then you question yourself. No matter what, you be like, am I not pretty?
Or when you bag in your shower, you're like,
you be like, you get to think about it.
Things.
Yeah. And it takes a lot, And say like you're filming with someone lighter. I've had that also. They're like, oh, you need too much light, and the cameraman will be complaining because I'm darker. Wow. How would you feel that way? Because the light-skinned girl doesn't need more light. It's easier for them, obviously, to work. And then that means they need more light. So what I say now, I'm like, yeah, because I'm black, you need to work harder. Like, it ain't easy. Yeah, put more light, whatever. If you want to go there, like, yeah. So, but at some time I used to get emotional. But then now I'm like, well, I say that to them first. I'm like, hey, I'm dark skinned, so you need more light. So yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with the dark skin. This is why when you write your children's books, my family and I, we write children's books. And what I was told years back from the Children's Book Council, they said there's no other book that has black girls traveling the world, and it's nonfiction. Like, these are real stories that they do. And then when we put them on Amazon or when they're in libraries, so if that's in your cards and you say, I got stories I can tell, especially from what
we're hearing now.
Yeah. And they don't have to be black stories. They can be stories of this is how you go through Addis without getting lost, or just how to, for the Americans who struggle with learning another language. Like, they can be simple things. But those stories, I see it. I see things like a movie. Because I can see like your own black Barbie doll and your own stories, whatnot. But yeah, why not? Especially with, it's cheaper now with AI and how things are being done, but we have to use the technology. Can you tell the people a community give back that Mama Africa is doing, or that one that you would like to do in the future? Either or, one that you're doing.
Like I would like to do, I mean, what you do is, what you do, but what I would like to do is, okay, so there's a space I have in Shash, was given by my guardian mother in Shashamani, and I would like it to be like a home for like abused women, or like single mothers, because I've seen the struggle. I've been, so yeah, like homes supporting women in general, because women are like the backbones, women, mothers, So, especially after being a mom, I really felt what being a woman is, and like a woman is very deep. So women need support, care, understanding, and all those, all the good stuff. So yeah, I would love to do that, to give back. And many more things, in your head you can have a lot of things that you think.
Have you wrote them down? Write the vision down and make it plain. Have you wrote them down?
Well, I do now and then I kind of do some steps, and then I give back. Like, it's just like a back and forth thing, and it actually didn't get anywhere. But with the help of God, I believe it would happen, because it's a good purpose and it's a good thought. It's also to please God. It's because we all love ourselves. Anytime you do something good, it's because it makes you happy, So it would satisfy me and my soul. At the same time, inspire others. And God will be happy, because if you give people, and then God will give back. And then, if you, good is good to me.
Yeah, as long as you put your faith and your works together and speak life.
Yeah.
Speak life, Damien Marley's song. Live a humble and neat life. I like that.
Yeah, I go from the scriptures, and here, a few people here. One guy bought a 300-year-old Bible, because in America, if you're a Black American, they gave you the slave Bible. Obey your masters, this and that. Then they said, oh, here's 66 books from that racist King James. Then you learn, wait, hold on. Ethiopia has had an older Bible than that. And people are like, they're just like, I need to get that Bible. Even the folks who are Jewish, if they're next to you, even, they want the Bible. They want to see what they're missing out on.
Of course.
So there's a lot of history. And so when you do the entertainment, and if you can teach, even though it may not be the most popular thing to teach people, but when we have 28 Black Americans and a Jamaican woman and a woman from Guyana here for the first time, they're so happy, they're so at home.
Well, Ethiopia is home for everyone, It's like, you already know, there's even in science, if you go in science, they found the first fossil here in Afar. Did you go see Lucy?
We saw her last time we were here.
Yeah, because now I think it's on. Yeah.
They brought me to the basement where the real.
That's our Ethiopian name.
What?
Dinkinesh.
Okay. Dinkinesh. So even that, and Ethiopia is very. I mean, you can see it. For me, I don't want to live anywhere else, but I would love to travel and see the world. I also had the chance to go to the Netherlands. I went, visited, and they did give me a staying there permit for 5 years. Yeah, and then I just stayed there for 4 months. And then the first time I stayed 2 months, and the second time 4 months, and I came back because for me, I don't know, maybe it's the Rasta influence, and I love Ethiopia so much, Yeah.
What do you love about Ethiopia?
What I love?
Yeah.
What I love? First of all, I love the nature.
Oh, yeah.
And then the most thing that I loved and that I missed when I went to Europe or anywhere is that I don't get to hear the church sound anytime I wake up. Here, say you're sleeping here anywhere in any area, you hear the church. I love the hymns in the morning when you hear the 𝐷𝐷𝐴, we call it. I love 𝐷𝐷𝐴. It calms me. Even when you don't go to church, church comes to you, And it's a beautiful sound. I love that a lot. and I don't think I can find it anywhere else in the world. It's only in Ethiopia. I love the Orthodox hymn. That calms me, number one. And then the nature, the weather is good. I can wear like t-shirts even in the cold season. That's a blessing. Of course, you can wear t-shirt even in the rain. Sometimes you can wear t-shirts. Like, you don't, in Europe, because I experienced the cold weather, like, you have to wear gloves, jacket, come on now.
We do that. Even in South Africa, there's a time where you have to.
Here, rain season is also okay, you know, like, comparing, if we compare. So, the weather is very fine for me. And the food, for sure, I love injera. That's my addiction, the only addiction. Yeah, maybe music and injera. I mean, I like to listen to music, but injera, I gotta eat it. Even when I went to Holland, I was buying injera for 50 cents, like €1, 2 injera. I go to the shop and then I make my shiro, whatever. I love injera. And you eat, you know, the thing about injera, how circled it is? It's like you eat together, you know, it's not served like nowadays, you know, they cut it and roll it and give you separate plates, but it's made to be eaten together, you know? It's like mahabarawi, that's social life also. You eat together. Nowadays you have phones, distraction. You eat together, you know, like you socialize. So I love injera. It's a very beautiful, yummy meal. So,
Is there an Ethiopian that either one of you grew up with who said, I can't stand injera and I won't eat it?
Never.
That's how nice
anybody.
I would ask questions. I would be like, how? I wouldn't understand to start with, because how, you know?
It's addictive. I love it.
I love it personally, but there are, you know, when we're in America, we have black people who say, I won't eat chicken, I won't eat watermelon. Neil, are there any South Africans who won't eat pop or something like that?
They are actually.
Okay.
But the white South Africans don't eat pop.
Well,
unless it's like a braai, you know, but pop is like, it's just because in South Africa, different cultures have different, we have different cultures, and each and every culture has its own meal. Like the Zulu people, they make bab, but they make bab differently. It's a bab that you can eat with spoon. So me as a Betty person, the bab that we make is a bab that you have to eat with your hands, because it's like a round dish. Theirs is like a powdery something. You just put meat or whatever, curry on it, and you eat with spoon. I cannot eat bab with spoon. I feel like I'm disrespecting it.
With hands,
Yes,
you need to put the connection.
Yes.
Also, that you need to put the connection with the food, you know?
There's been research with people eating with their hands versus spoon and the connection that they get, you know. And so, it's...
Me, man, you see me digging up in my hand. Because I don't know. Like, it takes, you know, it depends on what you're used to.
But most of cultural food, I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like you have to eat it with the hands.
You know, you touch the food. It touches your skin, you know what it feels like. And then you be like, oh, yummy, bless you, you know. Thank God 𝐬𝐶𝐫𝐞𝐿. You eat and you say, you know.
I love it. I'm not gonna lie. I wanna hold my bab. Literally, it's like my hands have to play with it even before it gets to my mouth. That's how I enjoy it.
Literally. Injera, good to know.
Nah?
Yeah, yes, in my hands, of course. Yeah. And I love injera, and I love the people. You know why? What I love about Ethiopian people? I love the way they're believers, okay? I mean, it's not, okay, so just because you go to church doesn't make you a good person, or you don't go to church makes you a bad person. But then having that faith, I love how they have faith. I love how people have faith here, how people fast. You know, I feel like sometimes even if I'm not fasting, I'm like, I know some fathers and mothers are praying. I'm like, oh, keep praying for us. Your prayers are, you know, going to come down to us. In the monasteries, you see them fasting and stuff, you know. So I'm like, I really appreciate and love that about Ethiopia.
Are you fasting now?
Yeah.
Okay, now it makes sense. It makes sense why you have to drink water instead of. Part of me felt guilt. I'm like, why are we even trying to say you drink? Maybe you're fasting.
Yeah, well, you know.
No.
Yeah, but I love that about Ethiopia. And the people are friendly. You can talk to anyone. You're not gonna feel lonely here. You know?
People are smiling all around.
And you can't feel lonely. Say you're stressed about something and you're sitting next to somebody. You could just start a conversation. You know, where you're not gonna feel lonely. And you can relate to somebody's situation. It's not like, what is she talking about? He'd be like, I know, that happened to me last time, and no, you know, you share. So I feel like people are friendly, very friendly, and humans need that. That's why God made us. You know, He could just give us one planet for one person, because it's easy. But for God, but then we're social animals. So I love that we're social people. And Ethiopians like to even say. Even I was having lunch today, and I wanted to share because I was alone, and then this guy came and he was keeping me company. You know, we was talking. He's from Germany. No, he's from Italy. So I was like, let's eat a nibla. And he's like, no, I'm good. And I couldn't. He's sitting there. How am I gonna eat? And he's just sitting there
and no eating. And
I'm like, a nibla. He's like, no. If I bother you, I can go and come back when you're done. I'm like, no. It's just because I'm like, okay, if you don't want to eat, then I ate, obviously. But, we like to share food. Yeah. So we do gursha. And I never seen any culture other than Ethiopia that gives you gursha, feeds
what is
you.
gursha?
When they feed you, and they feed you.
Gursha,
And what is you doing with Neil, too?
That's called gursha.
And know that there are certain cultures. Go to Japan. People don't talk. Maybe until after 6 when sake is being... Even in America, we have Americans, some we know, who won't take gusha. Because they won't take gusha. Yeah, you tried. They won't take gusha. And who wouldn't take gusha from a pretty hand? Right? Like a pretty clean hand.
You stand up and then you feed people, This is very, I don't know, man, Ethiopia, for real. And so you go to someone's house, you're a guest, you're welcome. Even if the people don't have, they'll share with you. They're not going to leave you hungry or say, oh, we don't have food.
Her family did that. One girl's family did that. They even had to go call the drivers in the car.
Yeah.
So they must come eat.
Anything, yeah.
Is that not an African thing? I've been coming to Africa for over 20 years. I grew up with Africans, Mexicans, Peruvians, white, black. Everybody has to eat, is what I thought. Is that not true in South Africa? Because we try to get our drivers in South Africa, and they say, well, just sit. In Cameroon, your driver has to have 2 Mimbos. That's beer. 2 Guinness for the driver, just so to clear his vision. Is this not an African thing that the drivers get to eat with everybody?
I will say, in South Africa, it depends on the families. Yes, it's more of like, yes, we have to eat together, but it depends on families. It really depends.
Here, say you're at a cafe even. I think you can go explore and experience, because I'm deadly sure, like, if you can order food and say a nibla to someone, it's so normal. Like, you don't know, random people you can invite to your food, And I've done that before. Like, some people were like, a nibla, and I was hungry and I couldn't wait till my food came. I was like, I just went, sat down with them, had a conversation, ate with them, I say thank you, and I've had that in Aram Huleta.
They did not say...
No, we had a very good conversation. It was so good.
Can I tell you? Okay.
Even a gusha. I've had a gusha from random people that I don't know.
Oh, I'm wrong African. Because there at your party, there were white girls that came and literally decided to dig in his food that he left, his fries. Like filling up with shot. Like,
see, they didn't ask. There's a difference. We usually invite you to.
Yeah.
You don't go and sit and try to eat.
Oh.
They would say a nibla. So when the guy told me a nibla, he's like, come, let's eat. I'm like, yeah, I want to eat, so why not? He's offering, And I know it's okay, because if I offer, why would I offer you if I don't want you to eat?
Oh, okay.
So if I offer you, then say I'm willing to have you eat, not just from my mouth. You can talk from your mouth, your throat, your stomach. So it's like real invitation, right? So I'm like, sure, let's do this. Yeah, we ate. Yeah, and I've also done that. Like, it's
for others.
I feel like, that's also very beautiful about Ethiopia. And when people come to your house, you respect guests. Say, even if you only have one bed, you take the mattress and you let your guests sleep on your bed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again, these aren't just African things. You don't do that in South Africa? Like, if someone comes, like, especially the elders.
Oh, yes,
the elders
we do actually. But
Okay.
I'm just trying to think if like it happened to my friend, but we do. I remember when I used to stay with my granny, if guests come, we will move from, the main bedroom, and they have to use the main bedroom. And then if there's not enough,
Space.
blankets or whatever, we'll sleep in the couches or,
Guest is very...
We don't even take out the mattress. We literally leave the bed as it is for the guests.
You like, enjoy.
Yeah, and we figure out how to sleep. Whether we sleep on the floor or we sleep on the couch, we'll do that.
Yeah.
So actually,
Yeah.
It trips Americans out. When we were in college, my wife and her friend, I would sleep in the middle of the mattress. When I tell people that every type of thought comes to their mind in America, and I say it wasn't like that. It was just we had one bed at the time.
No, but wait. You sleep in the middle of the bed.
I slept in the
with
middle
your wife.
with well, she wasn't my wife. She was my girlfriend.
Girlfriend at that time.
Yeah,
And then
her friend,
maybe a
who
girlfriend?
I called my first baby, like somebody I had to protect in university, and it was all
Like a
innocent.
sister type.
I say baby because she was young at the time, and I had to make sure the wolves weren't out there. But it's you have to protect my people. Yeah. I have a sister-in-law too that isn't like that. Like to this day, I have to. Who are we dating? What are we doing? But no, I just figure these are things that because even as kids we had to sleep in bed with cousins. You take the head, the foot. There's more.
It's okay. I don't know if that really happens nowadays. I feel like this modernization and stuff are changing things so much. Because I also remember my grandma's house, my uncles, everyone shared beds and everything. It's so normal for humans.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's not normal. Love is good. Connection is But then also we have another culture where we wash foot for guests. So especially in the north, I think they still practice it. And
how far is the north elders from here?
You want to go? When guests come to your house, say they travel for a long, maybe hours and stuff. You make them feel at home. You bring water. You wash their feet. You give them food. You say, okay, you can rest. That's from your heart you offer. So
is that because of the religion? Is that because of the religion? Because Jesus even washed feet.
I think it's inspired for sure. Inspired from that, obviously. Yeah. Inspired. Yeah. Inspired. Even breaking breads, I think, also, that even happened. Sharing food. He shared multiplied the fish and the bread and all of that. Also, I think it's really inspired and it's a good thing to share.
Yeah.
So
tell us about the fasting that is happening in Ethiopia. In what month does the fasting start, and what month does it end?
It's first 3 months. So it's we have different fastings actually. Different. Are you talking about the Orthodox Christian?
The fasting that is happening now
is
Fasika. Yes, 3 months for this one. So and excluding Saturday and Sunday, but you can eat Saturday and Sunday, but not meat, yogurt, dairy products. No, just you can eat breakfast. No fasting on the Sambat. We call it Sambat. So
which day is Sambat?
Sambat Saturday and Sundays. We go to church. You can eat your breakfast. You go after church.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
before that, you go to church empty stomach.
Okay. So now it's March. Am I right?
April.
So it will end April. Somewhere in April. 2 weeks. 2 more weeks.
2 more weeks. You guys have been on a journey. Do you guys get to eat Holy Communion?
Well, that's something deep, So Holy Communion, you take it. So when you're younger, very younger, 10, maybe till 12 or 10, you can take it, until that age. When you get older, it's something serious also, there are rules, regulations. Also for you can't just go to church and just take Holy Communion. You need to take a bath. Make sure you wasn't sleeping with anybody, and and for elders also when you repent and when you for Orthodox we also don't use there's a given name by family, but before that given name we have a name, spiritual name, because you get baptized, so that's your Christian name. So even before the name your parents give you, you have your spiritual name when you're baptized, by the holy water.
Is it true what they say? Don't share that name with just anyone, or
holy way? Meaning
because
we all have a name. I have that name.
I can't know your name. I can't know your spiritual name.
No, I didn't know that. Just
it's
recently,
okay, but then
someone told me don't share that. I don't know. I've never heard that before. Recently, someone told me.
Yeah, people say that. People say that to me too. But if you want, you can share. It's not that I don't care.
What is this?
There would be a reason for people saying things. Elders will tell you that. People will tell you that. So I rather listen. Why not?
Yes. But for
Because,
me, I've never heard of it before. It was just a recent thing. That's why I'm doubting it. Is it really a thing where?
I mean, it's not that you can't tell. So, like, this, say you have secrets. Would you tell it to anybody?
No, but is it a secret?
No,
or
but
name?
it's you. That's something sacred for you.
Okay.
That's between you and your God. Why would you have to tell it to anybody?
Okay.
Even like logic. Like,
Okay.
what good would it do you to know? Like, you know me as Miriam. You know me this way. This is so. Yeah, because everyone's not good. Everybody's not bad, right? So you don't want. There's positive energy, negative energy, obviously, and spirit is spirit, and this is your spiritual name. This is a very sacred name. You know.
But when do you use
God
it?
knows your name. He doesn't. Huh?
When do you use it?
We don't
When you pray, you use it when you pray, and also when you die. Then when you know after life, that's the name. That's the name you have. That's your given name. Yours.
By the way, Bob Marley, when
He was baptized.
He has a new name, right? Something Gabriel, I think I heard.
I don't know.
So it wasn't I don't know. I know. I think he was baptized in the Orthodox Church,
Yeah.
and he got a new name, even before he died, correct?
Yeah. Good for him. I'm very happy for him that he got baptized.
For the folks who are going to go through the scriptures right now when they hear this, is
Yeah.
there anything in the scriptures that talk about this name and not to give this name? Anything that
I
we
think
can?
it's the Orthodox Christian
Thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
But-
Ethiopian Orthodox. I don't know where.
Okay,
That's
you'll come
this
back
happens.
because some people like myself, we might not be able to sleep until you say and
Yes.
we figure out.
You get it?
No, but they can, like the Orthodox Church, right?
Mhm.
Me, I'm not that. I can't give you answers. Okay,
Okay.
because.
But you can help us find answers to
but
things we
to
didn't
find
know.
the answers, you can go to fathers. We have fathers.
Hmm.
Orthodox Church, I believe, have answers for every question that people have a doubt on. That I'm sure.
Okay,
They
one
can
girl,
answer
write
to
that
you.
one down.
So yeah,
Right
you
there.
have questions, you can go to the fathers and you
Yeah.
ask them. Even why they kiss like the gates of the church, they have answers for that. Why you kneel, why you do everything, why you sit in the church, why women can't go. I mean, they have answers. So any questions you got like regarding this, I think you could talk to the
But you know,
fathers.
some
Give
people
us
don't.
about-
Some people, like I'm saying, especially for the American audience, they don't have access. So if we
Oh, you
lean,
mean to come here?
yeah. So if we lean on you for that,
Lean
for
on
later,
me.
yes.
Why you not
Okay. We need some music.
Yes, because to give wisdom, and then people want to go deeper and deeper. But no, I love this. I love this, but I also don't want to give them too much because you have a YouTube channel that you need to give more love to. You've abandoned it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so
It's because no.
whatever the reason.
You comment because I'm worse than you.
What's your channel's name?
Mama Africa's reggae show. Like
And
you
the-
see me there like
The links are going to be in the description, but also I'm giving the offer, like all the ladies involved right now, to say do content for the African Diaspora News Channel.
Yes!
it-
I vote for it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yes.
Don't be sorry, we need that. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so there's the offer, and it's up to you. It's not a get rich quick. It's an opportunity.
Trying.
It's an opportunity to grow.
Trying
Yeah,
some hip hop.
and we pay. Yeah,
I mean
but we could go on like all night.
Yeah.
And I just want to give this taste. So the next time they see Mama Africa, she's like, okay, I'm consistent on my own channel. I'm actually working with other channels too. And that's why I do this, because this is my Rolodex to say, hey, we're trying to give the game. That's what we do. So, ladies, one last question, and we'll discipline ourselves. If you have one, feel free, ask now.
My question is about maintaining your presence in the media space, in the entertainment industry. How has that? I know in the beginning not even in the beginning, in the middle of the interview, you mentioned how at times you feel like you wanna, just leave things. You wanna just give up, but you just keep on going.
not just in the media though. Also there, but in life in general. Sometimes you feel like you're done, Yeah, I think people get that sometimes when you get tired of a situation. Things happen, sometimes big things happen. Yeah, so that's what I meant when I say you feel like you want to stop. But then in the media, like, I ain't gonna stop.
Yeah.
No. You gonna see me Yeah, because that's what I'm about to do. That's what I want to do. That's what I love to do, and I want to be happy. And so to make me happy, then this is what I gotta do. So yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I know Keelan said it's the last question. I'm sorry, Keelan. My last question is about, you mentioned you now like training or even studying more about acting.
Acting, yeah.
So what is your plan about acting? Do you prefer to start here at home, or it's more of like whenever, like they told me I'm heading there?
So it's all God's plan, and I think God's had a plan for me, or has a plan for me. And that's why I got into it. So there's this sister I met. Her name's Leah. She's a Ethiopian, also from the Orthodox faith. And good, inspiring sister, actually. So it's through her I got to start this class. And she met someone in Hollywood. She had a friend. I'm not gonna give out name. Yeah. But also someone called 𝐦𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐞𝐬. He's very famous. I don't know if you know 𝐦𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐞𝐬. So she met that person. He's Ethiopian, living in America. He did a movie called 𝐃𝐨𝐧'𝐭 and also more movies. Yeah. So I think they work with Halle Berry, something like that. But there's something happening, and yeah, she's on something. She's cooking something, and I know God will help her. And so she got me started, like doing this acting class. So I'm doing it, and it's fun so far. And I'm learning. It's fun. Yeah. So one thing I want to say is like, whenever you're working, I think you should do something that you really love, because it's just gonna make you happy, you know. Because you only have. I feel like I don't want to be in an office, to tell you the truth. Yeah. Because it's not me. I'm not. I'm a very active person. I'm very like, you can't just keep me there, like you know. I'll be bored, and I don't like to be bored.
I feel like a box.
Yeah. So I feel like people should do whatever they love. You know? Yeah. So acting is coming.
We can't wait to see you more. We can't wait to see you more.
I can't wait to. Yesterday we did this. Was like a test, like you know, like a assignment by the teacher. So it was me and one guy, me and 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐞𝐬. So he's my partner for the acting for the whole class. So we did a script. We studied the script and we filmed for 3 hours. That was so much fun. And I got to realize it's not an easy thing, eh? It's not easy. Not at all. Yeah. Yeah.
But it's worth trying.
It's worth trying, because I only have one life, and I want to try the things that I love to do. Also music. I went to studio one time and I recorded something, and yeah, I think I sound good. I like my voice. Yeah.
So and I'm still waiting for the link.
It's not a link. It's not even posted, right? It's just like
a demo.
Yeah. So I went to film, interview this studio in Summit. He's Ethiopian American, 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐞𝐬. So he came to Ethiopia and made a studio, right? So I went to interview him, be like, oh, you came back home and you're doing the studio and like you're supporting youngsters to make music. So I went with that motive. Then since I was already there, I'm like, okay, so let's see, you know, I love listening to music. Let me record a song today. And I wrote a poem, just a short one. It was about a love triangle. And then I just wrote it and then had the, you know, and just went in. And then, and when I heard it, he played it. I was like, who is that? I liked it.
Well, you guys have been blessed by the game. If you do nothing else, like it, comment wherever you experience, but share it with somebody. It will change their life. Links in the description. Y'all be blessed.
Are you tired of the violence, tired of the injustice, police brutality, rampant discrimination, lack of gun control in this failed biased socioeconomic experiment called America? Or maybe you need a break from the relentless grind and want to regain control of your destiny, your wealth, your health, and your purpose. DiversifiedGame.com has the right course for you. Prepare for my first trip to Africa. Looking to reconnect with your roots, start a new business, or just a fresh start. Africa, aka the motherland, is waiting. Don't let the Chinese and the Mzungus have the fun and also take over the motherland. From Cairo to Mombasa, from Dakar to Cape Town, Africa has something for everyone, from business opportunities to the most amazing people, safety, leisure, and landscapes. The opportunities abound. It is time for the diaspora to reconnect with their roots. Time to reconnect with the birthplace of humanity. Africa is the last frontier. Get your head in the game and reclaim your legacy. The writing is on the wall. Babylon is falling. Give up the stress, grind, and violence inflicted on our people on this continent and prepare for a journey of restoration enjoyed by connecting with the land of your ancestors. Check out our new course and kick off your adventure at diversifiedgame.com.